Into the Arena Productions, and in this video we're doing a season 2 review of the Rings of Power with my co-host Burley of Burleyman Gaming. I'm your host Expat, and just want to let all of you know that this is going to be spoiler filled, so if you have not watched season 2 yet on Amazon Prime, please go and check it out and then come back and enjoy this video. So we'll try to keep it kind of short and precise. We're not going to get too detailed into this, but Burley, I'll go ahead and start. Who was your favorite character in season 2? So I'll say my favorite character was Celebrimbor because of the dire situation he found himself in at the end of the season. And I'm going to go ahead and start the slideshow here. I got the slideshow, so all of you viewers can look at the images as we're discussing this too. So let me go ahead and get this rolling. So, yeah, for me it was Celebrimbor. I mean, just at the beginning of the season, you know, he's this just honored and just amazing creator who just falls from grace. Due to Sauron, you know, he ends up in basically like the depths of hell. I mean, and he's living in an alternate reality for the last couple of episodes that is being manipulated by Anatar, aka Sauron, and then just how his fate at the end. I mean, just a tragic ending for him. He is able to kind of redeem himself a little bit by transferring the rings, the human rings, which really didn't seem to be finished yet, to Galadriel. But yeah, I mean, just the ending for him was tragic, and I just really liked the actor and how the character was portrayed through the season. Your thoughts, and which character did you like the most in season 2?
They did such a good job with Celebrimbor and his arc through this season.
Yeah.
Him just starting, you know, he's such a nice, well-respected guy, and just him getting manipulated slowly through the season, and just him he goes off, becomes unhinged, and like I love with the thing and. Sauron does it so well, the manipulation. Like when he finally gets out of the thing and realizes a war is happening, he's acting crazy, and everyone's like, "No, Sauron. We believe in Sauron, not you." And then he does the thing of trying to like grab the one girl to like shake her and be like, trust me, I'm good." And Sauron pushes her with that thing,
right,
with his ability. It was just
like a force push. If you feel like,
yes. Yeah. For me, my favorite character this season was Sauron. They just did. I loved it because he does the manipulation, the scheming so well.
Yes.
He has it. Like you see stuff at the beginning of the season when he tries with Adar, trying to unite and take over there, and that doesn't go well.
Yeah.
So he learns from all his past and all his attempted tries, then goes to Celebrimbor. He knows just giving small crumbs, just learning how to play that game, and just he manipulates the whole city and being like, Celebrimbor has left us to die. You know what? I will defend the city, and he gets it on to fight. He just knows how to manipulate so well, and it shows how people got tricked by Sauron.
Yeah. And it was what was so interesting about this was it was the candle that gave it away. Mm-hmm. I mean, I showed the image a little bit earlier there. He looks at the candle, and it's like the candle isn't burning. You know, it's not shrinking, and that's what gave it away. And he finally figured out that I'm living in there's some type of alternate situation going on, and the manipulation from Sauron going on here. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. So, well, let's go ahead and get into the visuals and everything. So I want to get into the positive stuff before we start to get into the negative aspects of the season and all, because there's a lot of people that didn't really like this season at all. But the cinematography and all was just amazing. And then
Oh
I
yeah.
think episode 7 was probably the best when it came to the battle sequences. I think that was
Hmm.
really cool. And then the of course the when it came to the storming of the city, and then just the barrages and all. I thought that was really cool cinematically. Your thoughts?
Oh yeah. Cinematography and all the sets and all this, they get a 10 out of 10 for that, in my opinion. They did
Yeah,
such a good job. You can, yeah, this show's expensive, but you can tell they are putting the money into this show. It is
yeah,
not like, the show doesn't look that good, and we find out craft service and everyone else taking money that way.
yeah,
It, they do, it looks so good. Like, I don't think there's a bad looking shot in the whole season 1 or 2. They
yeah,
just did it so well. They found they if they found that I think they found the best ways they could shoot it.
yeah. Now, my question to you, Burley, is: was there any doubt in your mind that the stranger was going to end up being Gandalf? I mean, it's like
Uh,
I thought even in season 1, it's like this guy, this is Gandalf. I mean, so but was there any doubt in your mind that the stranger was going to end up being Gandalf?
yeah, there was no doubt. They did so many, like, you might as well have had a sign say winking not, like saying this might be Gandalf. Like they really go
Yeah,
heavy handed to tell you basically without telling you till the end season
right,
2 that this is Gandalf.
right. Now this character here in the image here, I thought he was dead at the end of 7. I thought Adar killed
Same,
him, and then it's like
same.
boom! It's like in episode 8. It's like it's like he never got stabbed. It's like he never got injured. He's like he's still in the fight. I mean,
Yeah.
some little nitpicky things like that. I was kind of like, nah, that's I
Yeah,
didn't
that
really like
that
that.
that that was like I would have preferred. You could have kept him alive
Yeah,
still, but you could have had it. The Elrond and other people, are dragging him and bringing him back, and like you can. And he's like, "I'd love to fight, sir, but I don't have the strength right now, my king," and all that. You could do stuff like that that would really work,
yeah,
but they chose to just make it quick and be like, because we're the good guys, we have plot armor. We
hmm,
must survive.
yeah, yeah. Uh, and then Durin and his son. I thought that the father son relationship through season 2. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then at the end there, when the king just went after the monster and just he was a
The
badass
Balrog.
at the end. Yeah, the Belrog. Yeah, he was a badass at the end there, man, with the axe and just jumping. I mean, he jumps up. It's like he's almost got like these like magical powers. He can like leap like 100 feet in the air to strike the Balrog. I mean, that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, that sequence was awesome. And now there's like going to be like a secession dispute in the Dwarven Kingdom there, going into season 3. So that'll be interesting to see how that. Now, will the son put the ring on?
I don't think he putting that ring on.
Yeah, I don't think
He
so
saw
either,
he,
man.
he saw what it did to his father. He's gonna be like, no, I'm not touching that. The
But will
succession stuff will be interesting, and
yeah,
see if his brother tries to claim the ring and
yeah,
put it on, and see if it manipulates the brother.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm thinking maybe the brother might put it on, and that might manipulate him and manipulate the others. So, but so my question, let's start to talk about a little bit about season 3. So with the way season 2 ended, where do you think the story is going to be headed in season 3, Burley? I think that we're going to see the fall of Numenor. We should,
Hmm.
right? I
Oh
think.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what other predictions do you have for the key plot lines going into season 3? And how much more will they get more focused on trying to make it very, very on par with the Tolkien novels?
Well, I think like you said, the fall of Numenor is going to happen.
Hmm.
Um, they're going to have the elves establish their new base in their new area,
Hmm.
and you're going to have Sauron really building up now that he's in control.
Yeah.
build up his army and try and get alliances. And I think because of the rings, as we saw at the end of season 2, they are not fully ready. They're corrupted. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. They're corruptible ring.
Right.
I have a feeling those are going to fall in the hands of some men, and slowly we might get the rumblings of the starting of what becomes of the 9 men that become the Nazgûl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slowly in season 3 or four, depending how they do this.
Yeah.
They'll try and get a few things more closer to the book.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like with season 2 is who we believe to be Saruman, the one wizard, that he's a
Right.
little too evil and
No,
be like,
I don't
oh
think
well.
he's Solomon. No, I don't think so.
I'm hoping it's one of the blue wizards instead, because that just kind of ruins Saruman. Because Saruman is a character Gandalf looks up to. It isn't
Right.
until just the start of Lord of the Rings where he allies with Sauron.
Right.
All that.
Right. Will Sauron stay in Anatar's human form or elven form in season 3, or will he change into a different form?
He's gonna change forms. I feel he's gonna shift a few different bodies throughout season 3. We'll get him as in that body, but I don't know if that's gonna be the prevailing form that he's gonna use the most.
Yeah, what I kind of thought was interesting too about season 2 was at the beginning you see the other human form of or other form of Sauron being killed by Adar and the Uruk, the orcs, and then at the very end Adar gets killed in exactly the same fashion. As Sauron did back in the first episode. Yeah. So I mean, it was kind of like it was kind of justice in the eyes of Sauron there that he was killed in the same manner. So yeah, but yeah. So what characters do you think are going to take more significant roles in the 3rd season? Because I mean, the way they're playing this out right now, especially through season 2, and this is one thing I didn't really like, was they didn't spend enough time on many of the characters. It's like you would get like the stranger and the Harfoots in one episode, and then you wouldn't have them in the next episode. You would be going from region to region of Middle Earth, and so you spent so little time with a lot of these characters. You didn't spend much time with Galadriel. You didn't spend much time with Elrond. Just, do you think they'll focus more on a particular character in season 3?
Yeah, I think Isildur, because where he ends up at the end of season 2, getting his sword, the famous sword that he has in the beginning of the Lord of the Rings with that battle at the beginning of Fellowship. I think they're going to focus on him. They didn't really focus him on season 2, but they're putting him in with where spots are going, and that plot line is going to really ramp up. So I imagine in season 3 he's going to have a much bigger role.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, with on social media and everywhere else, it seems like a lot of people are giving up on this series because of the way it's been, the direction that it's been going. So I don't know if they can really salvage, the viewership numbers that have already left for season 3. I'm not sure, but we shall see. So
yeah, but how many people, like, I agree there are viewers that are lost, but we see it all the time. Social media, people say, I'm done. But when the season 3 trailer comes out and the teaser, these people will be watching. Oh, I gotta watch and see how it is.
Yeah, and we will be covering it here on the Arena Productions, of course, when season 3 does come out, whenever it does come. Probably, what do you think, Burley? I'm thinking 2026, maybe?
Oh, yeah, it's not till 2026.
I don't think it'll come out next year. Yeah, so there's too much work to do on production and everything. So I'm thinking maybe early 2026 or something like that. So, but anyway, we will be here and we will be covering it for you here on the Arena Productions. Each episode we'll be doing a recap and review. So anyway, thank you so much, and watching this in video on demand and all of our other content here on the Arena Productions. Thank you so much, and thank you all for your support. And take care, and we hope you have a great week. And until the next fantasy series comes out, yeah, we shall be covering it. So take care, everyone. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.